When Kelly Ripa quipped, "We're like the herpes of vacation, we just keep coming back," about her and husband Mark Consuelos' travel habits, it was vintage Ripa, equal parts self-deprecating, hilarious, and oddly accurate. It was also an unintentional manifesto for a certain kind of traveler, the repeat offender. The vacation loyalist. The globetrotter who finds a slice of paradise and keeps showing up until the locals know their breakfast order and the front desk staff greet them with, "Welcome home." In the glittering world of jet-setters and social media-worthy bucket lists, constantly seeking the next exotic destination is practically a status symbol. But Kelly and Mark, they're just here for the vibes, and they've found the ones they like. Same time, same place, every year. To the casual observer, it might seem strange. With all the world has to offer, why would a celebrity couple with the means to explore every corner of the planet return to the same vacation spot year after year? But that's the thing about favorite places, they stop being just vacation destinations. They become something more intimate, more personal. They become part of your story, chapters in the ongoing novel of your relationship, your family, your life. "We're like the herpes of vacation," Ripa said, laughing. "They can't get rid of us." It's the kind of line only she could pull off, because it's funny, a little outrageous, and also kind of sweet in its own way. Because when you think about it, there's something beautiful about a couple who keep returning to the same places, not because they have to, but because they want to. Again, and again, and again. The science of familiar joy. There's actually some psychological backing to the Ripa Consuelos approach. Research in positive psychology shows that anticipation and memory play a huge role in the happiness we derive from vacations. When you return to a beloved spot, you get the best of both, the joy of anticipation and the comfort of familiarity. Plus, you skip the stress of the unknown, the maps, the currency, the translations, the Yelp reviews trying to figure out which restaurant won't poison you. You already know where the best tacos are. You already know which stretch of beach has the best sunset. You've already found the hammock with the best angle for your beach red. And that, friends, is priceless. For Kelly and Mark, those places might be the Amalfi Coast or the Hamptons, or maybe a hidden gem they're intentionally not naming, because once the paparazzi catch on, so much for peace and quiet. But wherever they are, they've turned those destinations into sacred ground, temples of rest, reconnection, and, let's face it, really good Instagram posts. Travelers versus returners. There are two types of travelers in this world. The first believes that vacation is about exploration, seeing new sights, trying new foods, risking gastrointestinal turmoil in the pursuit of cultural enrichment. They collect passport stamps like trophies and measure success in miles logged and continents conquered. The second group, the returners. They fall in love, deeply, obsessively, with a place, and that love becomes a lifelong affair. They don't just visit, they bond. And yes, sometimes, they overstay their welcome. But in the best possible way. Kelly and Mark are proudly in the second camp. And like any couple that's been together for decades, they've probably perfected the art of the vacation routine: beach by 10, rosé by noon, nap by 3, dinner at that little place with the twinkle lights and the 92-year-old owner who insists on hugging them before dessert. The celeb vacation curse and blessing. Of course, when you're a celebrity couple, vacationing isn't quite as simple as booking a room on Expedia and calling it a day. There's always the lurking paparazzi, the fans, the potential wardrobe malfunctions caught on camera and immortalized in a tabloid spread. So, it makes sense that Ripa and Consuelos return to the same haunts. Familiarity offers safety, privacy, and maybe even some inside jokes with the locals. It's hard to imagine someone yelling, "Hey, Kelly, show us the abs," when she's at a beach she's frequented for 15 years and is on a first-name basis with the bartender. Also, there's a certain joy in being regulars somewhere. Even celebrities want to feel like they belong. And if you've ever been recognized by the maitre d' at your favorite restaurant, you know the satisfaction of that nod, that unspoken, "Ah, you're back." It's validation. It's home, away from home. Like the herpes of vacation. So yes, the herpes metaphor is a bold one. Unapologetically so. But that's Kelly Ripa, fearless, funny, and unafraid to compare her marriage to a recurring virus. And maybe that's what makes her such a relatable figure. Because behind the glam, the private jets, and the perfectly curated beach selfies, she's just a woman in love with her husband, and with a few special places on earth that keep calling him back. The metaphor also works in a weird way. Herpes, while not a common vacation analogy, is persistent. It's not going away. Neither, apparently, are the Consueloses. So to the hotel staff who thought they'd seen the last of the famous couple last summer, sorry, they're back. To the villa caretaker who assumed maybe this year they'd go to Greece instead. Nope. Same place, same time, same pool floats. Like clockwork. And really, who can blame them? Home is where you vacation, over and over. There's a kind of magic in revisiting the same place, not out of obligation, but out of love. You notice the tiny changes, a new tree growing near the beach, the slightly faded paint on the sign, the waitress who used to be a hostess and now runs the whole cafe. You become part of the place's story, just as it becomes part of yours. And in a world obsessed with the new, there's something radical about returning. About choosing to re-experience, rather than constantly chase. So go ahead, be the herpes of vacation. Be persistent. Be unavoidable. Return to your happy place until it's as much yours as anyone else's. After all, if it's good enough for Kelly and Mark, two people who could go anywhere, it's good enough for the rest of us. Because sometimes, paradise isn't a place on your bucket list. It's the one already stamped into your heart. And your passport. Again, and again.